What's going on, everyone? This is Sonic Mix here, and today I'm going to do something that I haven't done since Survivor Series of '09, and that's to give a preview. Now, I might be a little rusty with these previews, but I think I should get the hang of it. And for those of you that don't know, I'm going to give my predictions right on this match here, all the matches that we have, and I'm going to go over the matches, see how I think it's going to be, and who I think is going to win in the end. So, without further ado, let's begin. Now, we only have 5 matches, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be at least 6. Well, if you're not counting the pre-show, there's probably going to be 5. But if you're counting the pre-show, then I think there's going to be 6. So, to kick things off, we'll get the pre-show out of the way. R-Truth and Kofi Kingston versus Hunico and Camacho for the WWE Tag Team Champions. I think this is going to be an okay pre-show opener that we probably won't see if you're going to order it on TV. So, I don't know. I think we might. Or unless you have to be there live to see it, but I really don't know. I know they show it on YouTube and all that, but I've never seen any of their pre-shows on YouTube, and I'm probably not going to see it anyway. It's probably going to be an okay standard match. It's probably going to be at least probably 7 or 9 minutes long, maybe 8 minutes long. See, it's only a pre-show, and it's not part of the main card. In the end, R-Truth and Kofi Kingston are probably going to win and retain the titles, and I can probably see them losing it at Night of Champions, maybe SummerSlam, depending how it goes. But I think I'd most probably Night of Champions. And then probably the match that's going to kick things off is the SmackDown Money in the Bank. And the participants are Santino Marella, Tensai, Tyson Kidd, Sin Cara, Cody Rhodes, Dolph Ziggler, Damien Sandow, and Christian. I think this is going to be an excellent opener. Hopefully they will have some spots, whether it's with a ladder or maybe with a table, if a table ever comes out. Which I think there was a table. I think there was a table one time. I could be wrong though, but it's hard to remember. But I think this is going to be a good 20-25 minute match for an opener. In the end, I see Dolph Ziggler coming out in the end and winning this. And I think Ziggler will probably cash it in at SummerSlam and face either Sheamus or Del Rio to whoever will win that match. So I'm going to say Dolph Ziggler, but a second pick would be Cody Rhodes, but I don't think it's not going to be Cody because I heard that he said that he wasn't ready yet, but unless they give it to him. But if he's not ready yet, it's probably going to be Dolph Ziggler, seeing how they've been pushing Ziggler pretty good. The second match, there is no Divas match on here, but I can predict there being a Divas match. Whoever the Divas are going to be, I don't know, because we all don't care about Divas matches no more. So after that Divas match, then it's probably going to be Sheamus against Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship. I think this is going to be a good World Heavyweight Championship match. Probably given maybe 15 to 17 minutes. I think there's probably going to be some good grapple wrestling. Of course, Del Rio's going to be doing his working the arm type base style, and Sheamus is going to be the brawler that he is. In the end, I see Sheamus coming out the victor, and he'll probably lose to whoever wins the SmackDown, which I said Dolph Ziggler will win the SmackDown Money in the Bank. So I can see Sheamus losing this at SummerSlam. The fourth match, this is not on the card, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be in it, seeing they've been doing this for the past 2-3 pay-per-views. Another Ryback squash match. What can you say? It's a squash match. So Ryback's going to win because he's the next Bill Goldberg in the WWE's eyes. And then our co-main event of the evening, CM Punk against Daniel Bryan with AJ as a special guest referee for the WWE Championship. This is going to be the show stealer of the night regardless. 2 of the now modern age great wrestlers, both from ROH, And this is going to be a great technical, submission, grappling, wrestling match. I believe in the end, CM Punk is going to win. And I really believe that Punk will lose at SummerSlam. So we might see both of our champions losing at SummerSlam. Sheamus losing to Ziggler if Ziggler wins, and Punk losing it to whoever wins in the Raw Money in the Bank, which I can see and say right now, I think that match is going to be pretty predictable. But CM Punk to come in the end, give them 16, 17 minutes. I think the one thing that is just like, it's like it gets you mad moment is that it's not going to be the main event once again, which, once again, the WWE Championship does not get a main event push spot or a main event spot in a pay-per-view match. The last time that there was a WWE Championship main event was the TLC pay-per-view this past December when it was Punk, Miz, and Del Rio in the Triple Threat TLC match. But everything else, no. The WWE title has been the co-main event, and unfortunately, Cena, which he doesn't even have the belt on him first of all, is getting the main event spots, which I think that's wrong, and it definitely puts Punk and Daniel Bryan down a little bit, because they should put him in a main event spot, because obviously they would be the #1 match to be looked at. So it's going to suck. And of course, SummerSlam is probably going to be the same again when it's going to be Triple H against Brock Lesnar, because that's probably going to mostly be the main event. But just to wrap this up, then finally the main event, the Raw Money in the Bank, Cena, Kane, Jericho, and Big Show Raw Money in the Bank match. Now, there's two things I'm not satisfied. One, it's a Fatal 4-Way and not 8, which I thought was going to be 8 former WWE or World Heavyweight Champions, but instead it's only 4. And you got Kane and the Big Show, who are going to be the two big men in this match here, and they're not going to move around, and there's probably not going to be a lot of spot moments. So I think at most, this is just going to be taken as almost a regular match to a point, but it's still going to be a ladder match regardless. But it's not going to be as good as a SmackDown. This will probably be the worst Money in the Bank after this is over. And secondly, I don't like the concept of how it's only former World Heavyweight Champions, but I think the reason why they did this was because they wanted to do a first time, so they got their first time. So hopefully this won't happen again next year when Money in the Bank comes around. And I've never said this, but I'm going to say this right now for the record. Money in the Bank should be a WrestleMania-only match and not a pay-per-view month match or pay-per-view month. But anywho, so as I've mentioned, there's probably not going to be a lot of spots. It's probably going to be about 20 minutes, as I've said. There might be a spot where maybe Jericho falls off the ladder or Kane falls off the ladder. So, I mean, just because there are two big guys in the ring, that doesn't mean that they might take a bump or take a hit. So, there's probably going to be bumps and bruises by all 4 of these competitors. But in the end, it's going to be very predictable. John Cena is going to win, because it wouldn't make sense if Kane won. And I mean, I think it would make a little sense if Jericho won, but I don't think Jericho is not going to have any type of championship, because I think his main focus is just to get the younger talent over. The Big Show, it's a possibility, but I don't think it's not going to happen. So it has to be Cena, because if it ain't Cena, then who's it going to be? And like I said, Jericho, Show, or Kane winning wouldn't make sense. So the obvious makes sense has to be John Cena. And then Cena will face CM Punk at SummerSlam. And I actually believe CM Punk, well, not CM Punk, I'm sorry. John Cena, if he wins, which most likely he will be the first Money in the Bank contender to lose against a champion. I believe that's what is going to happen. I think that's probably where they're going to go with this situation. So once again, just to break it down, Truth, Kofi versus Hunico and Camacho. Truth and Kofi. SmackDown, Money in the Bank, Dolph Ziggler. Sheamus, Del Rio, Sheamus. Punk, Bryan, Punk. Ryback against whoever, Ryback. The Divas match, we obviously don't care. And John Cena obviously is going to win. That's about it. This was my preview of WWE Money in the Bank. And I might give a review if I see this. And if you don't see no other video after this, then I didn't see it. And if I don't see it, I can't give a review on it. But that is all. Until then, you guys have a good one. Hope you enjoy the preview. Please do leave your predictions. And until then, I will see you guys later.